We live in Brooklyn, baby. We live in Brooklyn, baby.
So welcome back. Yeah, just to touch upon what I was just speaking on about how I'm just obviously naive and maybe old-fashioned and just, I don't know, behind the times. I saw something today, actually, some blog or something about ratchet hot messness. And I saw what looked like two teenagers. First of all, I had too many tattoos for my taste, but then again, I'm old, having sex. And literally, this guy is like going to town, fucking his broad from behind. And there are people around with their cameras taking pictures. And then there was another one where this guy is banging this chick and he catches himself in the mirror on purpose, intentionally, while he's taking a picture. And then he sends this to his homeboy saying, "Are you sure you still want this hoe?" I'm like, okay, your point made or whatever, but those people understand this stuff is out there for everyone to see forever. People don't think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess they really don't. But from that strain onto this particular strain, which is basically bad parenting or irresponsible parenting, it was like two quick stories. This story is sad, and the other one is a little bit weird, but the first one is a baby dies after ingesting mother's drug-laced breast milk. A child advocacy worker is criticizing Sacramento County's response in the case of an 8-month-old boy who died after ingesting his mother's drug-laced milk. A report by the Sacramento Bee says Child Protective Service took 3 months to fully respond to the case of a child considered at risk after tests found he was exposed to the drugs. Ryder Salmon died September 2012 after overdosing on a fatal mix of Xanax, methadone, and the painkiller Opana, or whatever. Court documents said that the infant's mother had been warned 5 months earlier to stop breastfeeding because of high levels of methadone found in her baby's bloodstream. The test came after the Ryder, then 4 months old, was brought to the hospital because he was lethargic. Okay, I have no children. You have no children. 8, you have a child. What say you about this? Well, like, any opinions on what I'm saying so far? I mean, because clearly this, I think the county's at fault here, because if this woman is a junkie, she's not of sound mind to first place. Why would they let a child stay in the care of a person who's obviously hopped up on the Smitty trucks?
You know what? It's a tough call, because I'll say it like this. Like, I really always think that, when a child's in danger, obviously the state should step in and things of that nature. But it depends on where they were at with the process, because we never really get the full story. We don't know if she took drug tests and somehow these Negroes do stole somebody's urine and came up clean, so they thinking she's on the right path now, and okay. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, they want you to have your kids. They don't want to actually take your kids from you. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. It sounds like there's something missing from that story. Like, it doesn't sound like they,
Where does this take place?
Huh?
Where did this take place?
Oh, California.
Yeah.
Sacramento.
Now, if you were dealing with this chick in a relationship, because the same thing happened to you.
That's a different story. I mean, but I'm just saying, because I don't.
Wait, what did you say? The same thing happened?
No, I'm saying, can it happen to you? Like, if I'm dealing with a chick who has a bad meth habit, and I suck on her nipples, can I?
Can we get like a what? Hey, I'm pretty sure you probably could
drain the tit dry though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you probably could get some trace effects of this stuff. My thing is this, when I first saw the story, at what point should the state be able to come in and just wrest control of the child from the parent? I mean, be that as it may, that she is a junkie, which she clearly is. I figured. I just want to know what's that window. How quickly can it take?
Yeah, like you said, we have no children, so I'm just guessing here. I'm just trying to make a logical, educated guess. I think it also has to do with what they found initially. I mean, they did say, Oh
no, I mean, she went. There was a process, because they said, they said, she had a first safety assessment and was approved. Oh,
Right.
shit, my shit shut off. She had a first safety assessment, and she was approved. So apparently, whatever condition that they felt that she was in the first time, it wasn't enough, severe enough.
She took somebody's urine, passed the drug test, cleaned the house up, and she was good.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Yeah,
So,
we always blast the government for being fucked up and that, but on the flip side, they have a lot of shit to deal with. There's a lot of fucked up people out there, and just think about that the case with the fucking the cat who just hung himself in jail, who had those chicks kidnapped for 10 months.
I saw something on that because he just killed himself, right?
Yeah, he hung himself. Now remember, they said that the cops went there like a couple of times. So they tried to do something, but again, you have to stay in certain cases, within the law. They couldn't just kick the door in because they had no probable cause. They did their, little search, little investigation. It yielded nothing. They kept it moving.
And truthfully, you're right. If you just allow them to just go okay on the first offense or whatever, not even a first offense, but when it's up to them, you could basically create some kind of wild ass like dictatorship type situation where they can just storm in and just snatch your kids up for any infraction.
I mean, this is unfortunate. I mean, it's really fucked up. I mean, for me, I think the onus, and I don't know where the father was. I don't know where she had family and stuff like that. To me, the justice should have been executed by family members, be it the kid's father, be it
if she did have them, if she did have an extended family or something like that.
Right. That's what I said. I don't know what the situation was, but I mean, because those are people, if they were present and around, are seeing this shit. Just like to me, I always say, and you have women out there who like, and if a man, puts his hands on me, my father, my brothers, my uncles is gonna fuck him up. To me, that's the way it should be. You can't wait all the time for you have the 100-foot restraining order. So the next time he hits you with a bat in the side of your head, we'll get him. Well, that's not gonna help her. Sometimes you gotta take shit into your own hands, and we all know I'm a big advocate for street justice.
Street justice. Well, I mean, there's more to the story. I mean, that was just a brief gloss over. So for all you Mike D's out there, don't come and condemn us for not, getting all of the actual intricacies of the story. It was just something, a headline that just brought up a question in my mind as far as in how quickly should the state be allowed to take over, to wrest control of a child from the mother. That was my main reason for bringing the story up. So all the little small subtleties and details will be in the actual link. My take on it was as far as in raising the question with the state. Okay, enough of you, Mike D. This one is actually something, you said you saw something similar to this.
Yeah.
A woman pulled over for breastfeeding on her moped. A mother in China was pulled over by police after allegedly breastfeeding her baby while driving a moped. According to witnesses, the child, about 18 months old, was crying as the mother weaved through traffic. So she suddenly lifted up her T-shirt, whipped out her breast, and started to feed him on the move. So that's like really Meals on Wheels, right?
Again, Jesus Christ.
I mean, should I say the fast food?
Anyway, once again, don't have children, but isn't 18 months too old to be nursing?
Man, I don't know. All I know is this. I don't know.
No?
Well, no, I mean, that's a year and a half. Listen, they had specials with it, and this is ridiculous, but, people were breastfeeding kids till like they were 8 years old or something.
Yeah, but that's weird and wrong.
No, that's weird. But a year and a half, no. I mean,
okay.
So like I said, once again, I wouldn't even begin to offer my opinion because I don't have children. But, I mean, it's a big-looking kid. It's a big-looking kid, fucking feet dragging on the floor while,
Because I'm saying, wait a minute, 18 months, the kids are eating food, aren't they? Solid food?
Well, he needed a quick snack. He was hungry right there.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely get your first little teeth around 18 months.
Okay.
But, I mean, I wouldn't consider it weird. I mean, some kids don't even walk by a year old. Some kids aren't just starting to walk. So
but this is like obvious. A police spokesman said she was risking her life, her son's life, and the lives of all other road users. We told her that if she carried on, we would confiscate her bike. According to Women's Health Gov, there are several ways to respond if criticized for breastfeeding in public, and there's a bunch of lists. Forget the breastfeeding in public thing. I'm just thinking, what type of skills do you have
Yo.
to be able to ride,
Listen.
hold a kid, pull the titty out, drive with one hand, and this kid's feet is like basically dangling, scraping the pavement. I mean,
This is called mother necessity. You know, as I just told Skillet, I'm like, yo, wow, that's impressive. My first trip to Dominican Republic, you know, a family of 5 rode past me on a moped. 5. Father was driving. He was scooched up to the handlebars. The mother was right behind him. And on each leg, there was a child and another one stuffed in between her and the father. 5 fucking people. Granted, it wasn't adults, but on a moped. And these cats were...
and you said the bike was moving.
The bike was moving, and not a single one of them had a helmet, fucking teeth guard, knee pads, nothing.
See, I'm just thinking, you know, how safe could that be? I'm thinking
not
the bike
fucking
would
safe.
fail, the tires would collapse, and the spokes would shoot up through the whole family.
But
and
like
impale
you
them.
said, you know, they obviously do this shit probably every fucking day. So yeah, you get the skills to
I'm saying maybe they have the skills. They could be like the Wallendas for all we know, the flying Wallenda family. But I'm just saying, how structurally sound is this bike? How does the bike take?
Well, again, it's only 2 adults.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you know, and you know what
They pulled it
but
off.
they're gonna do it until they find out.
Until they find out that a wheel collapses,
Yeah.
spokes shoot up through them, or the, you know.
I mean, like when I went to Turkey,
You can go to Turkey.
fuck is
What is that noise?
The bike is still going while he's talking.
when I went to Turkey, the strangest thing to me, outside of the fact that everyone in the goddamn country was staring at me because they don't see black people, was that cars were whizzing past in the street at about 50, 60 miles an hour. It wasn't a highway, it was a street. And people, including women and their strollers, were walking not on a sidewalk, but in the street right next to the sidewalk, like the gutter, if you will. And literally cars were blasting past these people at 50, 60 miles an hour with this much room. And I'm like looking like, yo, no.
How do you not get into accidents? How do you not take somebody's leg off?
And they wasn't flinching. They wasn't like, you know, they were just walking, because this is what these people do every fucking
They look at
day.
us as New Yorkers like that from other states. Like, how do you just walk in the middle of the street? Like, how do you cross the street before the light change?
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what? And
I've heard that a lot.
I also, you know, I guess as a cyclist, you know.
Oh yeah, tons of people are like, oh, I could never ride in the city.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
say, and I do it, you know, with no problems. I'm in the middle of, you know, like I was literally going down because of the way the traffic had played itself out. I was going down Flatbush Avenue on the yellow line. Mm-hmm. And if you know anything about our, you know, two-way traffic here, I'm literally in the middle of the street in between the oncoming and traveling cars. And it didn't bother me at all, because I just knew as long as I kept my speed, the bike would stay straight and I wouldn't have to worry about it. If I deviated to the left or the right, obviously there's death all around, but I wasn't thinking that way. I was just waiting for my way to merge. But yeah,
I'm actually less scared riding next to a fucking bus than I am riding down a dirt mountain by a dirt hill or some shit like that.
yeah, well, yeah. So yeah, but there's still some serious multitasking though, man.
Oh yeah, no,
serious multitasking.
No. Anyway, folks,
Yeah, so-
that be that. Another week concluded here on Insanity Check once again.
You can check us out.
On our Facebook page, Insanity Check. You can tweet to us at InsanityCheck12. Please join us. Join our Google circles.
Insanity Check Radio. Yeah.
Yes.
And our YouTube channel, where you can see all of this content in its enhanced forms at Insanity Check Radio.
There you go.
There you go, people. So, you know, another one in the books. We'll check you out next week. Stay safe and all that other good stuff.
We're trying to make it, baby.